Alright, just wait for it to go in focus.
Ready to get some chicken.
Okay, let me just zoom up a little bit. Okay. Hello, this is Mr. Devil KG from SakyoPower.com interviewing Min. How are you, sir? Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed off about it.
Well, please say what you got to say.
Well, I mean, it has nothing to do with my phone or anything. I just choked and I feel like I could play better. Even if I lost, if I had played well,
Yeah.
I'd be happy.
Yeah, it's frustrating when you feel like, wait, what happened? It's what happened to me in after I played Mortal Kombat yesterday. I should have just focused on Street Fighter 4. That's my fault, but
You get mad. You're so disappointed in yourself.
yeah. So I know I could do better, but okay. First question: what do you think about the E Honda changes and any other character that you feel you wish to speak about?
Well, as far as the characters I play, Super. God, Honda, fuck.
He did.
Like, the main thing I always say is, like, jab headbutt no longer has upper body invincibility.
Right.
For some reason, they gave it lower body. And that's like such a... Nobody ever going to, like, still...
For what? For trips?
Yeah, exactly. What? Like, I don't get it. What are you going to do?
Can you...
Sweep and just do slow-ass headbutt?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe Sagat low tiger shots?
Extra. Justin just lost to Noel. No, but, like... No, I mean, you have Fierce Headbutt for that, remember?
Yeah.
Super, they gave him that, it goes through low tigers and shit.
Oh, it does?
Same with the EX Headbutt.
Then they just put that in just for the fuck all of it.
I guess people thought he was, like, too strong. I can understand the damage.
He does do a lot of damage, but...
Because, like, if you just capitalize on a couple of jumps, like, it's hard to anti him sometimes, because he has jump roundhouse, jump fierce, jump strong.
Yeah.
Jump strong, like, in Super, it had a huge hitbox. If you see the hittable hitbox,
right.
I mean, the hitbox that hits, like, it goes really far on the actual
right.
So it's hard to anti-air if you start, like, with a normal and stuff.
So now his anti-airs are pretty much mute, right?
Well, he's got the built either. He's jump-ins. I mean, Jump Strong got worse. The hitbox is smaller. He does less damage really well. It's hard to work with him. You really need to like Honda. And also, like, two really strong dive kick characters. And Honda's gonna...
Yeah, he always had a problem against Rufus, right? So, Jesus.
It's like a knockdown, and he has to guess a lot.
So who are you thinking about? Are you going to stick with him?
I'm going to stick with Bryson. I'm going to probably play Feilong some more. But my Feilong is... I don't have a computer set.
Right.
Like, Bryson, I can figure out my matchups and stuff. Feilong, I'm still trying to work on what kind of game plan to implement.
Right. Have an overall just going in there and trying to...
That'll fit my playstyle as well.
Right.
Info players, pretty aggressive.
Right.
That's not cheap. He has a lot of, like, not elaborate setups, but, he has, like, crazy walk shoes and stuff.
Right.
He's a very swingy player.
It's going to get to a point where Faye is just so good in AE that,
Well, that's already happening. Like, in Japan, there's a few Fays. It's mostly the top 50, like, as far as battle points and stuff goes. It's dominated the twins. You see, like, Scott there. Makoto.
Right.
A couple of Bisons.
Will Balrog still have an advantage against Faye?
No, I don't think so. Might be pretty even.
Because Balrog didn't really get many changes. I mean, he got a few nerfs, but it wasn't that bad.
I think Feilong has a better time fighting him now.
Right.
Stand jab is a little worse.
Right. Yeah, they nerfed that.
So maybe it's harder to punish them. Because of everything, you can crush them.
Right. And plus, his Faye's footsies against Balrog were always pretty even.
Yeah, also, like, stand jab and stuff. I think his pokes got better. Feilong's pokes.
And didn't they make it so the second record was safe on block too?
The way it works is that EX record, first hit on block is +1.
Right.
Second hit is 0.
Holy crap.
They do, like, certain times you can set up, fake turns and stuff.
I mean, you hardly ever see FaZe use EX for
Right,
Rekos.
cheaper because it was more unsafe than like the jab record, the regular record.
Right.
Yeah, so there's no point to use it. It was only good as punishes because it was only good as a punish because it has the same speed, the same startup as jab record, but it travels the distance of medium punch record.
Right.
So you could punish like a few things like EX headbutt.
Right.
On this EX headbutt, you block it. If we were standing, I'm not sure crouching. After the reversal EX record, you punch.
Do you feel that Bison's still good?
Yes, for sure. I gotta start playing hardcore.
I think they only nerfed his, what was it, his standing roundhouse?
No, it's not really a nerf. It's actually just different. Like, apparently, I mean, not apparently, it does less damage if you hit it at the tip, but
Right.
more damage if you hit closer. Because it has, like, hitbox like closer hits, like, kind of under his like, knee.
Right.
So, yeah, besides that, his scissor kick spacing is different, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing.
Right, right.
Initially, everybody was like worried about, like, oh my god, he's going to push back so far. His scissor kick is like, not as good anymore.
Oh,
No,
but-
it just changes how you have to space it. The metagame is like,
And the one that most people complained about, which didn't really make any sense because his Ultra 2, changing it to a charge motion.
charge, right? It does more damage, but like, that's the point of Ultra 2.
Yeah.
It's a fireball motion.
Yeah.
That's why it was like crazy, not crazy, but that's why I was like, whoa.
It's true. It made his matchups that were bad, like,
Even,
yeah.
Straight up even.
I mean, you can punish almost anything that's whiffed with that Ultra.
No, it's not like that. It actually has 22 free startup, which is about double of a lot of like regular ultras. The thing is that he's a charge character that can punish fireballs without a charge.
Yeah.
So that's the crazy part. You still have to have really good reactions too.
And it was a very good get out of jail free card too.
Because it recovered pretty quickly.
Mhm.
But you know what's funny? In AE, like, if you do Ultra 2 whips, I think the guy can get like 2 jumps on you to punish it.
Holy hell!
So it's like if you're kind of far, you can probably do 2 jumps on it. Still
So, in most cases, will you still use Ultra 2?
Still match up there. Rufus, somebody like Rufus, I'll use Ultra 1.
Makes sense.
Twins, I'm not sure yet.
Just to deal with his dive kicks.
No, it's for EX Messiah.
Oh, EX Messiah. Yeah, that's
Because
true.
it covers all his options. Like, you know, like after EX Messiah,
Right.
flash kick.
Head.
Sweep. Well, or delayed flash kick. With Ultra 1, you just reversal it, clean, and it beats out everything.
That is sick.
So it's a pretty good deterrent. A lot of characters don't have guaranteed answers to EX Messiah.
Right.
You kind of guess out of the game.
Holy. So, what do you think about Street Fighter X Tekken?
I don't know. I've only seen trailers for it. I can't really say anything when it comes out, but it looks cool.
Are you gonna play it?
Yeah, I'll try it out. I'm not a good Tekken player, even though I'm crazy.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Probably should. You know what's funny though?
You got that tiger's blood.
Yeah, I know, right? Should. If I played Tekken, if I knew how to play Tekken, I'd probably be a lot better at MK9. Still trying to pick it up.
It depends if you're from South or North. Your family was from South or North Korea, I guess. You got to be from North Korea to be very, aggressive, and wear Elvis outfits.
Yeah, wear Elvis outfits and flip the shit on.
Hell yeah. You should totally dress up one of these days like him.
Yeah, like Elvis got the fucking Kim Jong-un. That'd be insane.
I'm kind of looking forward to Street Fighter X Tekken just because I've always waited for this,
Oh, that collaboration.
Yeah. I've always waited for a lot of collaborations, I ain't gonna lie, but this one is probably most important just for fighting game in general. Like if you were if you were a Street Fighter player, sometimes you're not a Tekken player. And most Tekken players hate Street Fighter.
People just don't like Tekken for some reason in general. I think it's a cool game.
I think it's a great game. It's just people feel that if you're not at the top level, it just looks like button mashing.
I mean, I guess they have problems with promotion. I heard it sold a lot of copies, but
It did, because there's, I bought one. I bought Tekken 6, but the netcode was crappy, so I stopped playing it.
that's true.
I mean, I know the people who run GGBO, the twins, wouldn't have no problem of every single fighting game, the company using GGPO.
I mean, I'm not sure how it works. Maybe he wants a lot of money, or he wants certain games. I don't.
I always think that it's probably like they want to use their team to develop their netcode so they can pay more people. Yeah.
Keep it internal.
Yeah. I mean, keeping it in-house ain't a bad idea, but GGPO is so reliable that it's really hard to argue.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how it would work with 3D games. I'm not. I mean, I'm only I only barely know how it works. I know it has to do with rollbacks.
Right.
Making sure the animations are like smooth or something.
Yeah.
So you can catch off the lag, so you can't feel it.
Yeah, the twins need to start bringing out GGBO Mark II.
That would be cool.
Works for 3D fighters.
I heard they had something in plan.
I wouldn't doubt it. Those two are pretty much geniuses when it comes to this community, you know?
For sure, Ken's been around for a long time.
Yeah. I respect them a lot. But
Evo's gonna be nuts to see.
what do you think about the community of Street Fighter as a whole?
It's cool. It's really a lot of fun, and fighting game players, they get really excited about stuff.
We do.
To say the least.
I mean, especially when it's Marvel and people are throwing out bionic arms.
Yeah, it's a lot of this is grassroots too. So
It is.
So it doesn't have that professional sheen, which some people might consider a bad thing, but I think it's a lot more fun.
Yeah.
That's what it comes out to.
Less stressful too. I mean, this whole weekend has been very laid back, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like even though you have to play in the tournament and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
When it comes to person, though, at least I've dealt with a lot of people who are just polite and no aggression really, and
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, you ask them what you want to play, or they give you advice, you learn new things, and you make new friends and stuff like that. Yeah, the fighting game community is pretty cool.
what do you feel is the most important thing to do when you come to tournaments?
Depends on what the challenger. But me, personally,
Yeah.
as a player who's trying to make top 3 at these majors, it's tough. It's tough. I guess it's like learning from your mistakes.
Mhm.
That's all. Like it has not even like just like matchups and stuff like that, but also the mental aspect of everything.
Mhm.
You really need to be in control of your emotions when you're in a tournament because your nerves never completely go away.
No.
I do have a problem with that. Like yesterday, actually during pools, I played really well. I thought, pretty well.
Right.
I beat a few good players. Like in teams, I beat Info and Gustavo.
Right.
I had a really close game with PR Rod. It came down to the last round, and yeah, we both had like barely any life.
Right.
We just made a good guess. So, but then like the day after that, like I barely lost to Info. I don't know. I should have used somebody else's stick because like mine was like really loose. And I noticed it, and I went for I had a game-winning combo, short scissor kick with Bison.
Very nice.
This is bread and butter.
Right,
I
bread and
also
butter.
had, super would have killed him because I would have canceled the super.
Right.
But I got head stop. And I survived after that, but then after I got that, I was like, oh my god, I was kind of panicking.
Yeah, it's like
So I need to learn how to keep my composure in those situations. Like I gotta think past. the
it's
mistakes.
hard to shrug stuff off.
Yeah, it is. It really is. You gotta look past your mistakes and then just fight it as it goes.
So, for you as a fighting game player,
Shout out to Arturo Sanchez.
hell yeah,
Nice, my brother.
always
Shout out to Team Spooky. East Coast baby.
one of the best. I ain't gonna say one of, probably the best streaming when it comes to tournaments. Like here, internet was terrible.
Still looked pretty decent, man.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I was watching it at the hotel.
Frame rate was smooth, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
the frame rate was smooth. It would just hiccup, like stop and then go again. But that was just because the internet at the hotel's crappy. But
Yeah. And we got Power Up and Spooky ended up being like 13,000 viewers.
yeah, I heard about that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I mean, last year people didn't know.
No, I mean, every year it seems like we're just getting higher and higher and higher on when it comes to the views and people wanting to play and so many fighting games coming out. We're all growing. So when do you